Let me just say we don't start out for what the model is. We start out with what we think should be passed. I'm hopeful that Democrats will work with us on this. This is about tax cuts that are good for the American people, and I hope they won't stand in the way of creating tax cuts for small business, for making business competitive, for simplifying personal taxes. So we're hopeful that it's bipartisan. But as you know, there's multiple ways of doing this, and the president is determined that we will have tax reform. Matter of fact, he called me at 7:30 this morning, and we went over plans for the day.
How involved has he been?
He's been very involved. He's been involved in the economic policies, as I said, for over the last year, as we did this on the campaign, and he's been very involved. We spent a long time with him yesterday in the Oval Office going through the final details of the plan.
The tax cuts of 2001 had an expiration date. Is the goal to make this permanent, or would you accept some temporary tax cuts?
Again, I would say the goal is to make it permanent, but you know, there's lots of levers here, and you know, if we have them for 10 years, that's better than nothing. But we'd like to have permanency to it. But those will be details that will be worked out.
President Trump had a clear message on the campaign trail: "Make America Great Again." Critics say the health care bill didn't really have a clear message. How will you sell this tax plan to the American public? Do you want the president to go on the road to sell it? But what will be the marketing message plan? Some people have said you should call it a jobs bill.
Well, let me be clear. This is about economic growth. That's what it's about. The difference between 1.6, 1.8, and 3% GDP is staggering. It's trillions of dollars of revenues. It's tons of jobs. This bill is about creating economic growth and jobs. And you're right, we should call this the 2017 Tax Reform for Economic Growth and Jobs to Make America Great Again. I just named it.
That's good. That's good. Now, there's obviously, this is Washington, so a lot of speculation that there's a plan B, that tax reform is so hard to do because it hasn't been done in 30 years, and that plan B would just be going to tax cuts at some point. How do you view, what is the success model for this? You want the whole thing, or would you accept, you know, something down the road?
No, we're gonna do the whole thing. So we like hard challenges. That's why the president's here. He's taken on a hard challenge to make America great again, and he's determined to do it. As I said, this is the center and the core of his economic plan. And we've met with hundreds of business leaders since he's been in office. While we were on the campaign, we met with thousands of business leaders, small businesses, big businesses. Let me tell you, the one thing we heard more than anything else is people want tax reform, people want economic growth, and people want less regulations to put people back to work and make American jobs.
White House Press Secretary Sean Spicer said that the administration will be driving the train on tax reform. Is that true? Is the administration going to be the driving force with this plan that you're going to unveil this afternoon?
Well, I think it's clear that the administration is going to provide leadership, but this is going to be an effort working very closely with the House and Senate and incorporating. But I think it was very important to the president that we put out the core principles. This is part of his big impact for the first 100 days. We've been working on this for a long time. And as I said, the core principles, we have fundamental agreement on what we're trying to do. And the details of tax reform are still to be worked out. But we're confident that we can work with the House and Senate to get this passed and to get something on the president's desk to sign that's going to create economic growth and jobs.
Hey there, thanks for checking out CNBC on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all of the day's biggest stories. You can also click on any of the videos around me to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.